Good evening and welcome to the Swindon Supporters Club, Official Supporters Club Christmas Quiz. Unfortunately, Peacock can't make it tonight, so you have the joy of the committee asking the questions with Vic. So without further ado, I will bring Vic on and we'll explain how we're going to run the evening.
Hello, Chris. You can hear me and you can see me, I think.
See you and we can hear you, yes.
Marvellous. So I have my Santa hat on and I've got my Christmas jumper just behind me. So I thought get festive. And Christmas chocolates as well. So how about that?
That's not good because we haven't got any here.
You got a nice tree though. Well done. Very good. Nice tree.
My blow up tree. Yes. Very nice.
Yes. Very nice. Yes.
So the way we're going to do tonight is we've got 5 rounds and some of them are, well, 4 of them are Swindon related. One of them's nicknames, so it's a bit of a wider scope. And then we have a Christmas round as well. So Vic and one of the committee will be sharing the rounds. So we'll be asking alternate questions. So first up, I will just get Hannah.
Yeah, please play along and don't forget you can give your answers on the Facebook page if you wish to do so, but just play along at home and enjoy yourself, have a drink, settle down. And Chris, introduce Hannah.
Okay, Hannah, welcome to the quiz. And what do you do on the committee, my dear?
Yeah, so I'm Hannah. I'm the events coordinator for the Supporters Club. I think I've been with the committee for probably just over 2 years now. I started out as treasurer and then more recently moved to events. So yeah, evenings like tonight are all my cup of tea and getting everything organised behind the scenes.
Fantastic, and a good job you do too. So I'm going to leave you with Vic and the audience and enjoy.
Thank you very much indeed, Chris. And Hannah, magnificent pair of reindeer antlers. Really well done. So thank you very much indeed for that. The way it's going to work is a member of the committee will ask the odd number questions. I'll ask the even number questions. We'll ask them twice. It sounds like a list for Santa Claus, doesn't it? We'll ask them twice and then we'll give the answers at the end of each round. So we'll give you plenty of time to have a think about it. Make a note of it, scribble them all down and see how you come out at the end of the evening's proceedings. And there are no prizes on offer for this particular bit, but we do have special prizes in a little while, so listen out for those. Hannah, take us away with, this is round 1, question 1.
Lovely, thanks Vic. Okay, so question number 1. This round, I should have said, is all about STFC players. So the first question we've got for you is, who is the youngest player to have played for Swindon Town?
Give that some thought. If you'd like to ask the question again.
Yep, so who is the youngest player to have played for Swindon Town?
And don't forget, if you want to know any of these questions again, you can always say to us, could you repeat that question, etc. This is question number 2. Which player has the most clean sheets for Swindon Town? So which player has the most clean sheets for Swindon Town? That's question number 2. Hannah.
Lovely. So question number 3. So Father Christmas is from Lapland, which is in Finland. Who is the only player to represent Swindon Town from Finland? So just to repeat that again. So Father Christmas is from Lapland, which is in Finland. Who is the only player to represent Swindon Town from Finland?
There you go. Question number 4. Now, you may or may not know this, but Christmas Day is the 25th of December. May come as a shock. Which player wears the number 25 shirt for Swindon this season? So Christmas Day, 25th of December, which player wears the number 25 shirt this season? Don't forget to scribble the answer down or put them in our Facebook section. Hannah.
Okay, so question number 5. Which current Swindon Town player started his playing career at Troyes AC? So question number 5. Which current Swindon Town player started his career at Troyes AC? That's his playing career.
And he has been a guest on our Monday night panel throughout the course of this season. So that might be a bit of a clue. Question number 6. how many Scotland under-21 caps has Paul Caddis won? 5, 7 or 10? So just take a guess. How many Scotland under-21 caps has Paul Caddis won? Is it 5, is it 7 or is it 10?
Okay, question number 7. Which country has Hallam Hope represented 4 times, scoring twice? So repeating that again, question number 7 is what country has Hallam Hope represented 4 times, scoring twice?
So this is question number 8. Now, out of the current squad, who has the most goals for Swindon Town? Out of the current squad, who has the most goals for Swindon Town? Interesting question. Number 9, please, Hannah.
So question number 9 is who is the most recent player to make his debut for Swindon Town? So number 9 again is who is the most recent player to make his debut for Swindon Town?
And question number 10, John Trollope holds the record for most Swindon Town appearances with 886, but how many goals did he score? John Trollope holds the record for most Swindon Town appearances, but how many goals did the fullback score? That might test you a little bit. So I think maybe, Hannah, we ought to run through the questions one more time, and then it gives everybody a chance to give it a bit of thought. So you start off with number 1 again.
Yep, sounds good. So question number 1 was who is the youngest player to play for Swindon Town?
Question 2, which player has the most clean sheets for Swindon?
Number 3 was Father Christmas is from Lapland, which is in Finland. Who is the only player to represent Swindon Town from Finland?
4, Christmas Day is the 25th of December. Which player wears the number 25 shirt this season?
Number 5, which current Swindon Town player started his playing career at Troyes AC?
6, how many Scotland under-21 caps has Paul Caddis won? 5, 7 or 10?
Number 7, what country has Hallam Hope represented 4 times, scoring twice?
8, out of the current squad, who has the most goals for Swindon Town?
Number 9, who is the most recent player to make his debut for Swindon Town?
And at 10, John Trollope holds the record for the most Swindon Town appearances, but how many goals did he score? Right, those are the questions to round number 1. I think it's about time we went through the answers then, Hannah. Let's go through them. Question number 1, who was the youngest player to play for Swindon?
So that was Lloyd Macklin. So he was 16 years old and 33 days. That was against Brentford. We won, hopefully, 4-1 in the Johnston's Paint Trophy.
I can understand your shock. It was a cup tie and you say we won. Many might not believe that. Which player has the most clean sheets for Swindon Town?
So that was Fraser Digby. It was 145 from 504 appearances.
Father Christmas is from Lapland, which is in Finland. Who's the only player to represent Swindon Town from Finland?
I hope I say this right. It was Marco Tumela. Tumela?
Well, that'll go with that. Yeah. 5, which current STFC player started his playing career at Troyes AC? He is?
It was Matteo Baldry. I think we've skipped number 4.
Oh, we have. You're quite right. Well spotted. Christmas Day is the 25th of December. Which player wears the number 25 shirt this season?
That's Joe Fry.
It is. Joe Fry has made a couple of appearances this year. At 6, how many Scotland under-21 caps has Paul Caddis won? 5, 7 or 10?
It was 7.
Number 7, which country has Hallam Hope represented 4 times, scoring twice?
Hopefully one of the easier questions for this one. It was Barbados.
At 8, out of the current squad, who has the most goals for Swindon Town?
He's pipped it by just 1 goal at the minute. It's Paul Caddis.
Which may surprise a few people. At 9, who is the most recent player to make his debut for Swindon Town?
It was Luke Haynes against Forest Green on the 10th of November.
It was. Very good performance indeed. And at number 10, John Trollope holds the record for the most Swindon Town appearances. How many goals did he score?
It was 28.
It was. Hannah, thank you very much indeed. And again, wonderful reindeer antlers. They're very impressed. I'm sure if there were Christmas parties around this year, you'd be able to wear them. So thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Right, that's round number one. I hope you get the way this works now. We'll get into round. We got some great prizes on offer. They are a bar of chocolate, which is an official supporters club bar of chocolate. And these are not for general sale bauble. So here you are. You might be able to see them on the screen at the moment. A not for general sale bauble and an official supporters club key fob. So if you'd like to win those three prizes, it's the first few people coming through with the right answers, we will supply those to you. It's a bar of chocolate, official supporters club one, an official supporters club bauble, which is not for general sale, and a key fob as well. And this is the question. We've got three of these sets up for grabs. Which two players have appeared twice on the Monday night panel? Which two players have appeared twice on the Monday night panel? So there we are. If you'd like to come up with the answers for that, have a guess. So we'd love to hear what they were. Which two players have appeared twice on the Monday night panel? And those prizes are up for grabs. Right, let's introduce the person who's going to help me with round two of the quiz, and it's Pete Norris. Pete, a very good evening to you.
Hey Vic, how you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm getting a little warm with this Santa hat on, I've got to say.
I wore my hat for 30 seconds, I had to take it off.
Yes,
Too silly.
Take us through your role in the supporters club, if you will.
Yeah, so I'm the chair of the committee. So it's interesting because when I was thinking, well, what do I say? I do a bit of everything and nothing. I just try to keep us all moving towards, what the goal of the supporters club is, which is to bring the club and the fans closer together.
I think, as an outsider coming in, it's a very active committee, and that role is very important because I think we can say communication between club and fans over the last few years has not been brilliant. So we need to bring those two parties together, don't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, let's get into round two then. Pete, if you would take us away with question number one.
Okay, so the first question is probably the hardest, so we're going in hard. For 1 point, name all three teams that came down from the Championship into League One for this season. So name all three teams that came down from the Championship into League One for this season.
Question two, Accrington Stanley play at the Wham Stadium due to a sponsorship deal. What's the actual name of the ground? Accrington Stanley play at the Wham Stadium due to a sponsorship deal. What's the actual name of the ground? And it's not Club Tropicana, I don't think, as far as I know.
No. I actually had to look that one up myself.
A pub near it, that's all I'm going to say.
Okay, number three. So how many masts are on the Mayflower ship that's featured on Plymouth Argyle's badge? How many masts are on the Mayflower ship that is featured on Plymouth Argyle's badge?
Okay, good one. I ought to know that one, really, didn't I? Right, question number four. A certain team that plays in yellow plays at the Kassam Stadium. It stands on only three sides. Which other League One team used to have a ground with only three sides due to sharing it with a cricket team? I think we played there last in the 80s, just to give you a clue. This certain team's Kassam Stadium stands on only three sides. Which other League One team used to have a ground with only three sides due to sharing it with a cricket team?
When I was younger, I couldn't understand how a football pitch would have three sides. I used to think it was a triangle. I'm like, how can they play?
How can you do that? No. Still, if you've got a camper van, you can stand on top of it, apparently, and watch the game.
Right, yeah. Okay, question 5. What are the supporters of Fleetwood Town affectionately known as? What are the supporters of Fleetwood Town affectionately known as? And actually, for the game that we played recently against Fleetwood, I flicked onto the away commentary, and they kept referring to this quite often. So they really use it a lot.
They didn't play Captain Pugwash, did they, at all? During
Not on the radio, no.
No, it's good. Right, number 6. Which team has just moved into a brand new stadium? Which team has just moved into a brand new stadium? That's question number 6.
I think just a reminder for that, this is all about League One.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
Okay, number 7. The name of the city Dublin is a Gaelic word. That's Dublin in Ireland. It's a Gaelic word. When that word is translated into English, which League One club does it refer to? The name of the city Dublin is a Gaelic word. When translated into English, what League One club does it refer to?
I'm learning things through this quiz, Pete. I have to say, I'm very much learning things. Question number 8. Name the full season in which Ipswich Town won the UEFA Cup. Name the full season in which Ipswich Town won the UEFA Cup. Our game with Ipswich away, of course, is live on Sky on the 9th of January, I believe.
Yeah, I saw on Twitter. We're all looking forward to that one.
Yes.
And for that one, we want the full season, so not a year. It's the actual full season.
Yeah.
Number 9. Who plays at the Keep Moat? Who plays at the Keep Moat?
And number 10, which former Swindon Town players on the management staff at Lincoln City? Which former Swindon player is on the management staff at Lincoln City? So there you are. That's round 2, all about League One. I think we're going to quickly go through the questions one more time, Pete, and then we'll give the answers. So, okay. Question number 1. For 1 point, name all 3 teams that came down from the Championship into League One for this season.
Number 2.
Yeah.
Accrington Stanley play at the Wham Stadium due to a sponsorship deal. What's the actual name of the ground?
3. How many masts are on the Mayflower ship on Plymouth Argyle's badge?
When I was writing that question, I was trying to count them. So the answer is what I say, even if it's not true.
Okay. Was it difficult to count them?
Well, I'm like, is that a mast or is that something else? I'm not a sailor, so I think the answer is good. But I just saw on the stream people are putting, well, one person put a different answer, so hopefully I'm right anyway.
You didn't see 3 ships sailing away or anything like that?
No, I see League One sailing away. Question 4. Oxford United's Kassam Stadium has stands on only 3 sides. Which other League One team used to have a ground with only 3 sides due to sharing it with a cricket team?
Number 5, one of the supporters of Fleetwood Town affectionately known as?
Number 6, which team has just moved into a brand new stadium? And again,
number 7. Number 7, the name of the city, Dublin, is a Gaelic word. When translated into English, which League One club does it refer to?
Number 8, name the full season in which Ipswich Town won the UEFA Cup.
9, who plays at the Keep Moat Stadium?
And number 10, which former Swindon Town player is on the management staff at Lincoln City?
So there you are. That's round 2, which is all about League One 2020-21. Right, should we have the answers then, Pete? Let's go for question 1. For 1 point, name all 3 teams that came down from the Championship into League One for this season.
Okay, so that was Charlton Athletic, Wigan Athletic and Hull City.
Charlton Athletic Saturday, Wigan, of course, over Christmas as well at the County Ground. 2, Accrington Stanley play at the Wham Stadium due to a sponsorship deal. What's the actual name of the ground?
The answer is the Crown Ground.
Named after
the tongue twister, that one. The Crown Ground.
Named after the pub next door. 3. Now, this is a final answer. So whether you get this right or wrong, Pete Norris is right. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
How many masts are on the Mayflower ship on Plymouth Argyle's badge?
Right. So I'm pretty good at counting, and my eyesight's good, and I say 2.
So there's no argument. All right. The team that plays in yellow's Kassam Stadium stands on only 3 sides. Which other League One team used to have a ground with only 3 sides due to sharing it with a cricket team?
And that was Northampton.
It was also called the County Ground, of course. 5, what are the supporters of Fleetwood Town affectionately known as?
So they are the Cod Army.
They are. At 6, which team has just moved into a brand new stadium?
And that is AFC Wimbledon.
7, the name of the city Dublin is a Gaelic word. When translated into English, which League One club does it refer to?
Okay, so Dublin means black pool. So it's Blackpool.
There you go. Something I never knew. 8, name the full season in which Ipswich Town won the UEFA Cup.
That's 1980 to 81.
9, who plays at the Keep Moat Stadium? I think recent memory will...
Yeah, poor question considering the timing.
Yes.
Doncaster Rovers.
Doncaster Rovers it is. And at number 10, which former Swindon Town player is on the management staff at Lincoln City?
And that's David Kerslake.
It is. Great fullback, of course, David Kerslake.
Yeah.
Pete, thank you very much indeed.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And yeah, enjoy. Yes, absolutely. And enjoy the, sweets when you get a chance. Right. Should I just remind you about these questions, the prizes that we've got on offer? We've got an official supporters club key fob, a bar of chocolate, and a not for general sale bauble. And there they are on the screen again. They're very lovely prizes. 3 winners of this, by the way. We'll give the answer out shortly to this question. Which 2 players have appeared twice on the Monday night panel? So which 2 players for Swindon Town have appeared twice on the Monday night panel? And those 3 prizes are on offer. Right, the next round is all about Swindon Town managers. And Chris Carl is with us. Chris, hello to you.
Hi. Hello, Vic. Hello, everybody.
What is your role with the supporters club, please, Chris?
Okay, so all the viewers probably know me from hosting these Monday night panels, but I'm actually the secretary of the committee and also the members' communication. So I deal with all the paperwork, take minutes of the meetings and try and unravel what the discussions are that we have, and also look after the members, so the membership forms and things like that. So yes.
Lovely. Marvellous job too. Right, let's kick off with number 1 then, please. This is all about Swindon Town managers, by the way.
It's all about the managers. So number 1, which manager, not including caretaker managers, was in charge for 11 games with only 1 win and making him the least successful manager? Up to date.
Okay, right. Do you want to repeat the question?
Yeah. Which manager, not including caretaker managers, was in charge for 11 games with only 1 win, making him the least successful manager?
Question number 2. Who was in charge for the 1969 League Cup final against Arsenal? Was it Bert Head, Danny Williams, or Fred Ford? Who was in charge for the 1969 League Cup final against Arsenal? Bert Head, Danny Williams, or Fred Ford?
Okay. Number 3. Following the departure of Paolo Di Canio, Fabrizio Piccarotti, sorry about the pronunciation, became caretaker manager for only 1 game. And then a duo were put in charge, Darren Ward and who? So who was with Darren Ward when they were the duo put in charge? Following the departure of Paolo Di Canio, Fabrizio became caretaker manager for only 1 game, but then a duo were put in charge, Darren Ward and somebody else.
Okay, and Fabrizio, of course, was a great guest on the sofa way back in the summer, wasn't he? What a lovely chap. At number 4, after Andy King left in September 2005, which Scot was put in charge until the end of the season? So after Andy King left in September 2005, which Scot was put in charge until the end of the season?
Number 5, Lee Power was in charge for how many games when he took charge in October 2015? So number 5, Lee Power was in charge for how many games when he took charge in October 2015?
At 6, Ozzy Ardiles left the county ground for which club? So Ozzy Ardiles left the county ground for which club?
Number 7, who was caretaker manager when Steve McMahon was appointed in November 1994? Who was caretaker manager when Steve McMahon was appointed in November 1994?
At 8, which player did Paolo Di Canio describe as a big Swindon fan and would liken his team before a game with the player, then going on to score twice against the town? So which player did Paolo Di Canio describe as a big Swindon fan and he'd like him in his team before a game with the player, then going on to score twice against the town?
Number 9, who signed John Moncur for the town? Who signed John Moncur for the town?
At 10, who was fined £1,000 by the FA after betting on Swindon to lose an FA Cup tie against Newcastle whilst in charge? Who was fined £1,000 by the FA after betting on Swindon to lose an FA Cup tie against Newcastle while in charge? There we are. Those are the 10 questions. We'll whiz through them in just a moment. We've still got one more set of those extra prizes left. 2 have gone, but we've got one more set to go. So I'm just going to whiz through that question again, Chris, and then we'll go through these questions.
No
So one set of these left: a bar of official supporters club chocolate, a not for general sale official supporters club bauble, and an official supporters club key fob. So one set of those still to go. Which 2 players have appeared twice on the Monday night panel? So if you know which 2 players they are, you can win that set of prize. 1 to go. So let's whiz through these questions one more time then. Chris, what's question number 1?
Which manager, not including caretaker managers, was in charge for 11 games with just 1 win and making him the least successful manager?
2, who was in charge for the 1969 League Cup final against Arsenal? Bert Head, Danny Williams or Fred Ford?
Following the departure of Paolo Di Canio, Fabrizio became caretaker manager for 1 game and then a duo were put in charge. Darren Ward and who else?
4, after Andy King left in September 2005, which Scot was put in charge until the end of the season?
Number 5, Lee Power was in charge for how many games when he took charge in October 2015?
6, Ozzy Ardiles left the county ground for which club?
Number 7, who was caretaker manager when Steve McMahon was appointed in November 1994?
8, which player did Paolo Di Canio describe as a big Swindon fan and he'd like him in his team before a game with the player, who then went on to score twice against the town?
Which manager Which manager signed John Moncur for the town?
And at 10, who was fined £1,000 by the Football Association after betting on Swindon to lose an FA Cup tie against Newcastle whilst in charge? Okay, those are the 10 questions. Let's get the answers. Question number 1, which manager, not including caretaker managers, was in charge for 11 games with just 1 win, making him the least successful manager, calculated success rate? And the answer is, Chris?
Paul Hart, and that was March to April 2011. I'm sure we all remember those 11 games.
Oh, we certainly do. 2, who was in charge for the 1969 League Cup final against Arsenal? Bert Head, Danny Williams or Fred Ford?
The great Danny Williams.
Indeed he was. 3, following the departure of Paolo Di Canio, Fabrizio Picaretta became caretaker manager for only 1 game, and then a duo were put in charge. Darren Ward and who?
Tommy Miller in February 2013.
4, after Andy King left in September 2005, which Scot was put in charge until the end of the season?
That would be Ife Honora in September 2005 to May 2006.
5, Lee Power was in charge for how many games when he took charge in October 2015?
He was in charge for 3 games, which was 1 draw and 2 losses.
At 6, Ozzy Ardiles left the county ground for which club?
Newcastle United in 1991.
7, who was caretaker manager when Steve McMahon was appointed in November 1994?
Andy Rowland.
At 8, which player did Paolo Di Canio describe as a big Swindon fan? He'd like him in his team before the player went on to score twice against the town.
I don't think we'll ever forget this player. It was the James Constable for Oxford.
Yeah, for that team in yellow. 9, who signed John Moncur for the town?
That would be Glenn Hoddle in 1992.
John Moncur, another guest on the sofa back in the summer. And at 10, who was fined £1,000 by the Football Association after betting on Swindon to lose an FA Cup tie against Newcastle while in charge?
Lou Macari in 1989.
Chris, thank you very much indeed, and appreciate everything you do. And thank you very much, Dee, for going through those questions with me just now.
No problem. And
right, the next member of the committee is joining me now and has a similar jumper on to the one I have behind me, and bizarrely also the same T-shirt on underneath that jumper that I have on as well. Anthony Reeves, hello to you.
Evening, Vic. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much indeed. I'm less hot than you are, I would imagine.
Yeah, it seemed like a good idea at the time to wear a Swindon Christmas jumper, but
yes. Tell us what you do with the committee then.
So I joined the committee just over a year ago, and I look after the social media for Twitter and Facebook. So all the posts and relikes and all the things that make your phone buzz, that's me.
And actually, has it increased? I mean, you know, as somebody who's quite old, social media is a relatively new thing to me. How is it now? How's it going?
Yeah, I mean, it's the numbers of followers and that sort of thing that we've got has more than doubled in the last year. Obviously, our Monday night panels and on the sofa events is having a massive impact on that. But it's such a good way for us to communicate with the fans and some of the other sort of groups we're associated with, like the Trust and Foundation Park and that sort of thing. So no, it's a really useful tool.
Yeah, absolutely. And communication is a big thing these days, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into this one then. This is all about nicknames, round 4. Do you want to take it away with question number 1?
Yeah, sure. So the first question is, what is the nickname of Harrogate FC? So what is the nickname for Harrogate FC?
Winners at Exeter on Tuesday night. At 2, who are called the Tykes? Question number 2, who were called the Tykes?
Question 3, which Swindon Town player was called the Fridge? So which Swindon Town player was called the Fridge?
And at 4, Rambo was the nickname of which Swindon Town player from the 1980s? Rambo was the nickname of which Swindon Town player from the 1980s?
Question 5, what is the nickname of Real Madrid? What is the nickname of Real Madrid?
At 6, which Premier League team has the nickname the Citizens? Which Premier League team has the nickname the Citizens?
Number 7, who was called the baby-faced assassin? So number 7, who was called the baby-faced assassin?
8, which League 2 team are called the Exiles? So which League 2 team are called the Exiles?
Number 9, what is the nickname of Dundee United? What is the nickname of Dundee United?
And at 10, who was the governor? Who was the governor? Short career with Swindon Town, I think it's fair to say, but who was he? Right, that's question number 10. We'll whiz through those ones once again. Number 1, what is the nickname for Harrogate FC?
Number 2, who are called the Tykes?
At 3, which Swindon Town player was called the Fridge?
Number 4, Rambo was the nickname of which Swindon Town player from the 1980s?
At 5, what is the nickname of Real Madrid?
Number 6, which Premier League team has the nickname the Citizens?
7, who was called the baby-faced assassin?
Number 8, which 2 team are called the Exiles?
At 9, what is the nickname of Dundee United?
And number 10, Who was the governor?
Marvellous. Right, let's all 10 questions. Let's go through the answers then. Number 1, what is the nickname for Harrogate FC?
So their nickname is the Sulphurites. So it says Harrogate is a spa town with sulphur water.
There you go. 2, who are called the Tykes?
It's Barnsley FC. This comes from a Yorkshire character as hard-working and traditional.
3, which Swindon Town player and captain is called the Fridge?
So my childhood heroes.
You might just be freezing a little bit. Anthony, are you there with us?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
We can now. So I'll just repeat that. Which Swindon Town player was called the Fridge?
Is Colin Calderwood.
Great player. 4, Rambo was the nickname of which Swindon Town player from the 80s?
It's Chris Ramsey.
5, what is the nickname of Real Madrid?
It's the Meringues, due to their all-white kit.
Again, I didn't know that. 6,
No.
which Premier League team has the nickname the Citizens?
It's Manchester City.
7, who was the baby face assassin?
It's back at his old club, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
8, which League 2 team are called the Exiles?
It's Newport County, since they played all their home games in 1989-1990 season at London Road, Moulton in the Marsh.
There you go. A bit not quite so near to Newport, but well done to them for playing them. 9, what is the nickname of Dundee United?
They are the Tangerines.
At 10, who was the governor?
Paul Ince.
I made 2 or 3 appearances for Swindon, if I remember
Yeah,
rightly.
Not
Not
many.
too many. No.
I don't think he was very fit.
Yes. Right, we're coming up to the final round then. And Anthony, you're staying with us for this. And then we'll give the answer to our extra question at the end of this round as well. So here we are then, the final round. If you'd like to take us away with it. This is all about Christmas.
Yeah, so last round, Christmas. Question number 1. In which Christmas film is Buddy the main character? So in which Christmas film is Buddy the main character?
2, who plays Scott Calvin, the man who causes Santa Claus to fall from his roof in the 1994 Christmas movie, The Santa Claus? Who plays Scott Calvin, the man who causes Santa Claus to fall from his roof in the 1994 Christmas movie, The Santa Claus?
Question 3. In the 12 days of Christmas, how many pipers piping were there? So in the 12 days of Christmas, how many pipers piping were there? Easy for you to say.
Peter Piper. 4, what is the name of Bob Cratchit's son in the film A Christmas Carol? So what's the name of Bob Cratchit's son in the film A Christmas Carol?
Number 5, what Bing Crosby song is the best-selling single ever? So which Bing Crosby song is the best-selling single ever?
6, in what month was the 1947 Christmas film Miracle on 34th Street released? In what month was the 1947 Christmas film Miracle on 34th Street released? Not the one you might think of, I think. It's fair to say.
Yeah. Number 7, was the song was the song Jingle Bells originally written for Christmas? So was the song Jingle Bells originally written for Christmas?
At 8, Tom Hanks voiced the conductor in which 2004 animated film? In 8, Tom Hanks voiced the conductor in which 2004 animated film?
Question 9. In which song would you hear the line, "In the meadow we can build a snowman"? I'm not going to sing it. In which song would you hear the line, "In the meadow we can build a snowman"?
And at 10, which one of the following singles was not a Christmas number 1? Was it Lonely This Christmas by Mud, Last Christmas by Wham, or Merry Christmas Everyone by Shakin' Stevens? So which one of the following singles was not a Christmas number 1? A Lonely This Christmas by Mud, Last Christmas by Wham, or Merry Christmas Everyone by Shakin' Stevens. Those are the 10 questions. We're going to whiz through them quickly one more time. So give you a chance to get your answers down before we do give you the answers. Anthony, take it away with number one. I'll do the question and then you do the answer. No, hang on. What are we doing? Are we doing the questions again?
We're doing the question one more time, Vic. Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. Away you go.
So in which Christmas film is Buddy the main character?
2, who plays Scott Calvin, the man who causes Santa Claus to fall from his roof in the 1994 Christmas movie, The Santa Claus?
3, in the 12 Days of Christmas, how many pipers piping were there?
4, what is the name of Bob Cratchit's son in the film A Christmas Carol?
5, what Bing Crosby song is the best-selling single ever?
6, in what month was the 1947 Christmas film Miracle on 34th Street released?
7, was the song Jingle Bells originally written for Christmas?
At 8, Tom Hanks voiced the conductor in which 2004 animated film?
9, in which song would you hear the line, "In the meadow we can build a snowman"?
And the final question, which one of the following singles was not a Christmas number one? Was it Lonely This Christmas by Mud, Last Christmas by Wham, or was it Merry Christmas Everyone by Shakin' Stevens? So there you go. Right. That's the final round. Let's go through the answers then. In which Christmas film is Buddy the main character?
Is Elf.
Who plays Scott Calvin, the man who causes Santa Claus to fall from his roof in the 1994 Christmas movie, The Santa Claus?
Is Tim Allen.
In the 12 Days of Christmas, how many pipers piping were there?
11.
4, what is the name of Bob Cratchit's son in the film A Christmas Carol?
Tiny Tim.
5, what Bing Crosby song is the best-selling single ever?
White Christmas.
And still remains my favourite Christmas song. I just thought I'd throw that one in. At 6, in what month was the 1947 Christmas film Miracle on 34th Street released? Surely it has to be December, Anthony. Surely.
Well, you'd think so, Vic, but no. It was June.
Obviously, it's bound to be June. At 7, was the song Jingle Bells originally written for Christmas, Anthony?
No, it was originally written for Thanksgiving.
Of course. At 8, Tom Hanks voiced the conductor in which 2004 animated film?
The Polar Express.
At 9, in which song would you hear the line, "In the meadow, we can build a snowman"?
Is Winter Wonderland.
And which one of the following singles was not a Christmas number one? Is it Lonely This Christmas by Mud, Last Christmas by Wham, or Merry Christmas Everyone by Shakin' Stevens?
It was Last Christmas by Wham.
And I do believe in the video, Anthony, it might well have featured that jumper that you have on. If I remember
It's a very similar one, I think, yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. So then, that is all 10 rounds of the competition done and dusted. Thank you all very much indeed for helping me out with it, in the absence of Lee Peacock, who apologises once again for not being here this evening. Right, are you all going to join me on screen? You are, aren't you?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah. So, do you want to put the pictures of the prizes? We'll get in touch, I think it's next day, Pete, won't we? With the winners of this after this has happened. So there we are. You could win a key fob. It sounds like the conveyor belt, doesn't it? This a bar of chocolate, or a not for sale bauble. So there we are.
Or three Vic. We're pushing out.
All three could go together. A lovely Christmas bonus for you. Yeah. So what we wanted to know was which two players have appeared twice on the Monday night panel. Which two players have appeared twice on the Monday night panel? Pete, do you want to give us the answer?
Yeah. So the answer is Tyler Smith and Tom Broadbent. So Tyler was the very first person who came on to the Monday night panel. Then Tom Broadbent came on, was it just after he had played at Forest Green?
He did, and then came on a week later after.
Yeah, after the Oxford game. So we got both of them on. So those were the two. So Tyler Smith and Tom Broadbent. So if you put those in our stream chat, then we'll be in contact with you.
Lovely.
Right. These are not actual size prizes, by the way, just to let you know.
Very good. Right, okay, because it's not a very big bar of chocolate, to be fair, is it? If you look against the key fob.
I want a big screen, but it's bigger for me.
Yeah. Right. Have we got everybody back? We
Yeah.
have. Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed for helping me with this evening. It's been a great fun, a good pleasure. Thank you very much. And we'll be back on Monday night, I think, won't we?
Yep.
We will, to review the Charlton game. So, we'll be back then.
Yeah, with the winning goal scorer, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yeah, nice.
Winning Swindon goal scorer, clearly. Thank you very much. We have scored a goal, don't forget, in the last 5.5 hours. We scored one on Tuesday night. So let's be positive about this. Marvellous.
Yeah.
If you can't join us on Monday night, have a wonderful Christmas as much as you can in these COVID-related days, and a very happy New Year. So thank you very much, all of you. Thank you.
Thanks for playing with us.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.